Alrighty, today is Monday. Usually I do a hard VO2 max on Monday. Legs were having some issues in bed yesterday, or last night. Just like constantly kind of seizing up. So thinking probably best just to do a normal Zone 2 ride. Either totally miss this workout or just do it tomorrow, shift my threshold to Thursday, and miss Friday's workout. I think that might be a good plan. But yeah, my quads are significantly more sore than usual. I'm guessing the crank length change is kind of accumulated. So yeah, I'm gonna talk to ChatGPT, see what to do. Tap stop. Alrighty, so just finished 2.5 hours cycling, 255 watts. Just try to keep it pretty easy. Felt alright, but like if I were to think of doing some hard VO2 max, I could probably use another day. ChatGPT said it would be a good idea just to push that Tuesday, push the threshold Thursday. So that's just what I did. 2.5 hours there. Gonna do half an hour on the ski erg. And some weightlifting. The left glute's still irritated. But just some slow weightlifting might be fine. Yeah. Alrighty, just finished the ski erg, 30 minutes. Felt alright again, because like, at least this injury is kind of gone. Kind of able to really crank it if I want to. Not that I can really do that, endurance-wise, but just a few strokes. The left glute, just gonna have to treat it like this rib cage. Probably not as delicate, but just have to look after it. I'm probably gonna weightlift. If it doesn't feel that great tomorrow, well, I'll probably not weightlift for a little bit. As far as doing squats and deadlifts, probably skip those for maybe a week. Maybe skip the single-legged hip extension. Anything that's just contracting the glutes a lot, probably skip. But keep the bike stuff the same. So there's still going to be like some stress on it, but just trying to take out the stuff that isn't as necessary for my progression, or at least my maintenance, just within the next week. Hopefully that'll balance the load out a little better, but that's only if this continues for another few days. Then I'll incorporate that. Alrighty, so this is 2:15. I did a little bit of a primer set for the 2:15. I think I'm ready to do a full set. Alrighty. I think I'll try for 235 now. Alrighty, here's 235. The core is getting a little weak. Yeah, let's see if I can do that again. Man, it's like a back workout, a lat workout. Oh. Yeah, that'll probably be it. I'm gonna do some shoulder press. But yeah, even with that heaviness, the left glute, it's not really that bothered by it. Just because it's distributing the work all over. But when I do something like it's like a glute squeeze, that's when it's a lot more bothered. So yeah, not really like an excuse to miss the heavy lifts, heavy compound. It's more just, when I'm specifically trying to hit the glute, like, gotta modulate it. Alrighty, so just did some shoulder press and some pull-ups. That's gonna be good. Yeah, feels pretty normal, like I didn't beat myself up, so yeah, hopefully it'll be good for tomorrow. Alrighty, so forgot the armband, got the mic on my ear. Today is Tuesday. The legs are feeling a lot better than yesterday. I could definitely like not do any intensity for probably a week and be fine. But yeah, ChatGPT said I should just keep this one a little lower intensity, less expectations. I'm gonna go back to doing higher cadence in the saddle. Still have that left glute issue, so yeah, just want to minimize the impact on that. That's really it. Pretty open to what this workout's going to be. Not push it. So yeah. Tap stop. Alrighty, just did the first one. 4 minutes, 406 watts. I'm thinking ChatGPT said 3-minute intervals only, and I will say the glute issue kind of became a problem after 3 minutes, so yeah. So maybe I just keep the 3. I'll see. Tap stop. Tap stop. Okay. 408 watts for 4 minutes again. That time, that glute area wasn't an issue. Yeah. Tap stop. $410 watts, 4 minutes. Tap, tap, stop, tap, stop. $411 watts for 4 minutes. I'll see the ChatGPT whether I should do another one or not. But that's 4 sets of 4 minutes so far. Tap stop. Tap stop. Alrighty, ChatGPT said, don't get greedy. 4x4 is good enough. You don't want to. You don't want that, potential 5th rep to carry a lot of fatigue and start engaging the glute more. So yeah, 4x4 is good enough. Yeah. Tap stop. Tap stop. Tap stop. Alrighty, so I finished 2.5 hours. Gonna do 30 minutes of ski erging, just like yesterday. Yeah, don't bend down too much. Just kind of keep the range of motion more upwards. A little bit of hip hinge, but yeah, just try not to irritate the thing. It feels fine, but yeah, it's got to repair, so gotta really offload it for a while. Okay. Alrighty, just finished 30 minutes ski erging. Felt alright. Again. Glute, probably felt it a little more than on the bike, but just figuring out what kind of, how much I can hinge the hips. Yeah, gonna do some PT now. Probably avoid excessive glute. Yeah, might not even be. It's a pretty low amount of issue, and I think injury recovery. I think I remember reading an abstract about a study of soccer players They had two groups. One group, okay, so two groups of soccer players who got hamstring tears. They put one group, the control, just through a normal, PT program, and avoided any pain. And then the other group, they allowed them to work through a certain degree of pain. Essentially, I think they were back to sport in 8 weeks. The other is back into sport in 13, something like that. So pretty much 2/3 of, a third quicker, something like that, maybe 50% quicker. Anyways, not really sure if my experiences show lowering it doesn't really do anything. It's just going to be there. You just don't want to do anything stupid, but it's not going to go away for a while, so you just got to work around it. Okay, so practically 170 before I even get on the bike. Today's still looking pretty lean though. So just gonna be how it is. So I did eat 700 grams of sucrose at work. On top of the 500, 600 grams of carbs I ate during my workout. So I don't know. We'll see. Again, still looking pretty lean, so it's not really an excuse. So just pack on the weight. I think eventually it's going to level off. If not, I'll just go into bodybuilding and that's it. So no worries. Alrighty, so I did 2.5 hours on the bike. I'd say the left glute was feeling a little bit better than yesterday. I can do some ski erging. And then planning some deadlifts. Maybe not the greatest idea, but I guess I'll learn after this. I mean, the squats, I don't think they're that irritating, so it's probably good to do them. We'll see with the deadlifts. But yeah, if it gets irritated, probably skip the heavy lifts for a week or so. Just as far as the squats and deadlifts go. Alrighty, so I just did ski erg. Definitely going into a little more power, more so through increased stroke rate. So now I'm gonna try the ab roller again. Maybe some pull-ups, push-ups, and some deadlifts. Alrighty, got the ab roller here. I already did a little warm-up set, so now I'm ready to go full range of motion. Man, I'm already feeling the soreness on the lower abdominals. But yeah, I think that's pretty good. We'll do some push-ups now, actually. Down here. Do some pull-ups now. Yep. Alrighty, so ramped up the deadlifts. This is 235 pounds now. I did 205 for 2 sets. So yeah, we'll try this. No left glute issue, though. Not really like focusing on using my glutes to drive this, so a bit of compensation going on. But yeah, let's get ready for this. That's gonna be it. Yeah, that was pretty clean. Again, no left glute issue. Do feel a lot of tension in the lower back area. Just right on that, I think it's the SI, or the sacral, just like the hip, where the lower back muscles connect to. The QFL, I think. And spinal erectus, but yeah, so that's probably enough stimulus for that area. But yeah, generally pretty good. Definitely could put down force without using the glute too much, so it's nice. And yeah, so let me clean this up and that's gonna be it. Alrighty. About 5 minutes from being threshold. Just finished up some priming sets. Yeah, probably take this one a little easier. I got that left glute issue, which honestly might not be an issue unless I'm really searching for power, and that's where pretty much I'll just cut it off. I'll have to lower it if I'm trying to utilize my glutes too much. Yeah, open to doing 30 to 40 minutes. Been pretty frustrated lately, so yeah, legs, I'm gonna feel alright. Just general anxiety, tension. Feel a little handicapped with the glute too, so can't fully express myself. Yeah, that's it. Tap, stop. Tap, stop. Alrighty. 27 minutes in. Averaging 355 watts. I got my erg set at 360. I was gonna lower it a little just to be able to increase the cadence temporarily, and realize my Zwift shifting, virtual shifting, is disconnected. So stuck at 360. Feels pretty easy, honestly. Time's going by fairly quickly. So yeah, guess I'll just run it until 50, 60 minutes. Then I'm gonna have to like go get the keyboard and reconnect. Like, that's pretty pathetic, isn't it? Please. Or tap stop. Alrighty. About 40 seconds left. 354 watt lap average. Legs are fatigued, but this definitely isn't like a tough threshold. Left glute, it's there, but it's not scaling with effort. Feels quite robust. Okay. I'm gonna get this. There we go. Let's see. 290. I could definitely not do 290. There you go. 270, that's good enough. Okay. So yeah, I gotta change the gears with the keyboard. Yeah, so yeah, definitely felt you know, didn't feel too stressful really doing that. 354 watts. It's pretty lame. How do you think the power is oh no, that is 6 watts below 360, which is pretty much what I had it on from minute 15. So it does actually coincide with the 6 watt less average power over long enough duration that I'm seeing on the endurance rides. So yeah. Tap stop. Alrighty, so I had put this on yesterday, but let me see if I can see. It doesn't really matter. It's I think it's like hitting a nerve. So yeah, so this is kind of what happens with these. Like I just insert them, they hit a nerve, and it's like $50 right there. It doesn't look too accurate either. It's saying 122. Even like the graph, it was definitely above 100 for the past hour. And when I check with my my actual blood glucose finger prick kind of meter, it says 96. So yeah, I'm pretty sure these are supposed to insert into fat, not muscle. So maybe that's part of the issue, but these have never been accurate, like at all. And they've always, hit blood vessels or nerves. Not always, but a lot of the time they hit blood vessels or nerves. So yeah. Okay, just took it off. Clearly hit, drew some blood. I don't think it's supposed to do that to that degree, so guessing that's why it's like having an issue. See that? But it's just like classic pieces of crap. Alrighty, so just did 2.5 hours. Gonna do some ski erging now. Probably not do any rowing. The glute actually felt the best it's felt. Now on the knees, that's a different story. But yeah, anyways, even with the knees, the ski erg's kind of better option, so that's what I'll do. Alrighty, so I just finished the ski erg. Maybe the best average power for 30 minutes. I started doing a lot higher cadence, 50 to 60 strokes per minute. That seemed to unleash a certain degree of power. Yeah, armpits, I got some irritations, so I started just to do shorter strokes at the top, which is why I started doing the higher stroke rate. And then, yeah, I was able to put more hip hinge into it later, but just still keeping my arms small here. Once it gets to there, got like I said, armpit irritation, so. Yeah. Alrighty, so I didn't even think I did a video before the ride, but today's Saturday. It was my long ride. I just finished. I had the idea of doing a little bit of intensity after 5 hours, so between 5 and 6 hours. Yeah, just because I'm only doing 1 hour of threshold and then 2 VO2 max sessions. So it's like, I don't know, seems like, yeah, maybe I could add a little bit of more of that threshold leg fatigue kind of thing. So yeah, I was thinking about that yesterday, and then yeah, my knees did kind of hurt. A little sensitive yesterday on the bike. and then they're kind of sensitive this morning for the first hour. Once I got the pedal stroke under control, yeah, I think I was able to kind of mitigate the knee soreness. But then I was thinking probably not the greatest to try to do threshold. Once I got to 4.5 hours, energy-wise, felt pretty good. The legs didn't feel too fatigued. So yeah, at hour 5, I asked ChatGPT what I should do. It said maybe just bump it up 10 to 20 watts more than normal for about 30 to 45 minutes. I think I bumped it up about 30 watts. And I did 30 minutes. I think that's like a good... They didn't really do anything to my knees, so... Yeah, I think it's a good like break-in session just to start adding something in there. Yeah, so I think I did 300. I set the erg at 320 watts, which probably meant I did 315 for about 30 minutes. I'll show the Training Peaks stats after this. And then I'm gonna get on the ski erg for about 30 minutes, and then probably do some bench press, barbell rows, and shoulder press. That should be it for the rides, or the working out. Yeah, I gotta think about tomorrow though. I'm always thinking just doing like only 2 hours, and then an hour rowing, and then an hour of ski erging, but I'd probably just nuke my upper body, so yeah, I'll have to see. Might just have to cut it an hour if things don't feel the greatest. Alright, I finished up with that ski erging. Again, that was 134 watts average hour for for 30 minutes. That's like probably a second best after yesterday, which I think was 136. But yeah, regardless, I was hitting some 150, 160 ranges. It's feeling a lot more natural, so improvements there again. Alrighty, today is Sunday. Yeah, yesterday felt fairly fine after all my working out. Definitely felt it in bed. Definitely feeling it right now. And given how last weekend went, where my legs weren't recovered by Monday, yeah, I think I'll take it fairly easy on the bike, low zone 2, and then see if I can do the rower. Again, that's probably gonna be low zone 2, quite low, and then the ski erg as well. So pretty much it'll just be a lot more upper body. Keep your legs pretty light. Yeah. That's the plan. I'm also pretty tired. So that's another indication. Probably keep it a little lower volume today. But yeah, my legs are pretty sore, so not really any reason to do too much. The best benefit would be, trying to really focus on the rowing and ski erging, a lot of core work and stuff like that. Alrighty, so did 3 hours on the bike, 242 watts average. So that ended up pretty much after I warmed up, I was doing 250 watts on the erg. It actually felt pretty normal. So that was pretty easy actually. No knee issues or anything. So yeah, I mean, dropping it like 30 watts is quite a bit. And clearly there's some kind of fatigue, local fatigue threshold where the muscles stop being as compliant. Anyways, I'm gonna do the rowing now. Try to do an hour. I'll see how my glute is. It's been feeling pretty decent. So, starting incorporating this back, be fine. But I could always go to the ski erg if it's a little irritating. So, see you in an hour. Alrighty, so just finished up the rowing. That was actually pretty decent. It took probably 30 minutes before the glute and the general movement was a lot cleaner. But yeah, there's a few times where I was able to do 190, even 200 watts. So yeah, that was pretty good. It felt pretty smooth. I did get up a little more often. Just to keep that glute, not cramping up or not kind of seizing up and starting to ache. So yeah, I think it helped. So now I'll be doing some bench press, maybe shoulder press. I might do some lower body PT, and some barbell rows as well.